Welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. As you can see, today's video is a eyeshadow palette declutter. And it's just large eyeshadow palettes. You know what? I was looking back at the beginning of this channel, which was a little less than a year ago. And I still had a good amount of eyeshadow palettes then. But in this year, I've gotten 24, Ipsy and BoxyCharms. And those, a lot of the time, come with eyeshadow palettes. And I've done a lot of shopping. And I've just grown. I've grown this channel, and I've grown... I'm in a little bit. I've grown the channel a little bit, but I've grown my makeup collection a lot. I don't even go into work every single day to even wear makeup every single day. So I don't need this much eyeshadow. And I feel really guilty that I have this much and I'm not wearing it all. Like I have to plan out, and I guess I'm doing what some other content creators are doing, where I have like a weekly makeup bag of what I'm going to make sure I use that week. And so I do that so that I can get through some of this content, some of this eyeshadow. But some of it is here and I've used it and don't like it. Some of it's here, I've never used it and I should use it and get it out of here. And let's go through this. Okay, I'm gonna organize it and then come back on. Okay, here's some palettes. I counted, it's 34 palettes here. And this is, I don't know if it's half. I guess we'll discover if it's half. We have Colourpop. So over here is Colourpop. And I think we're gonna keep all of Colourpop because one of my favorite things about Colourpop is that the eyeshadows this one even still, I actually keep these a lot of the time, this little plastic. So a lot of them will have that just because I keep it for some unknown reason. These ones they're already magnetic and you can pop them out and put them in their own palette. So even if I don't like the color story, I really like Colourpop that you're able to do that. So we are going to be keeping all of Colourpop for that reason, just because. And then, so this is the Menage a Moi Boudoir Noir Garden Variety, and then these three are my newest. I have the Nightmare Before Christmas and then the two Hocus Pocus ones, and these ones are just so much fun, so I'm gonna keep those. Cutie 6. I really shouldn't have started with that because I feel like that wasn't a good ground to lay on, like a good groundwork, but we are going to declutter, I promise. This is not just, I guess it is a collection. You get to see my collection, but also it is a declutter, I promise. Here are my three full-size Huda palettes. And this Rose Quartz palette has been such a joy to use. I have enjoyed every single time I've used it, and every color is just absolutely stunning. And I haven't really gotten to play with this one as much because I feel like I was saving it for spring and summer. Even though like these tones are I could totally wear those in the fall. I really want to play with this one more. I don't see myself getting rid of that one anytime soon. This Huda, this is the Rose Gold Remastered palette. This one's really pretty. It's her, but I haven't gotten to play with this one as much. I got this one in a Huda Beauty mystery bag, and every time I've used it, I haven't loved it. Like these shimmers up here, they crease really easily. So I'm not as huge a fan, but I don't want to declutter it yet because I haven't really gotten to play with it yet. So let's say that's like on the chopping block. So chopping block 1, keeping 2. I will have like different piles, I guess. I just got these two palettes from Odin's Eye, and they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I've used both of them once and I loved both of them so much, and the color stayed on like during my entire work day, so I loved them both. This one is the Giant Wolves that is in collaboration with Annette, and then this one is just the Saga of Freya. It's the Chapter 1 Tears of Freya, and that one is so pretty. So these are staying. I think right now this is a lot of my more of my favorites, so I don't know if I'm going to be decluttering as many of these, but the ones behind me right now, there will be more decluttering, I promise. Stay to the end of the video. We will get some decluttering happening because we have none decluttered right now. Bianca. And then here, Tati. Tati Beauty, volume 1 and volume only, because she announced that she will be getting rid of Tati, or she's done with Tati Beauty. So I will keep this forever. I was so lucky to get my hands on this because I didn't get it when it first came out. I got it when I started this channel, which was in like a year ago, maybe in February of 2021, and she was still selling them. So I was lucky to get my hands on this, and it is staying around. I really do like it. It is like Colourpop in the fact that the shadows are magnetic, but I love that they're the same colors, but a different texture. So pretty. I really wish she would have, like, if we could have had like the Huda Beauty, like these colors with those different textures. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, I'm imagining things that cannot be. Okay, then we have Juvia's Place. And Juvia's Place, this is one of those brands that I haven't tried as much. And the reason I haven't is because I bought these two palettes, and then this one came in a mystery bag, and my sister gave me this one. And I bought them, and I put them aside to film a video. I was like, I'm going to do a full face of Juvia's Place, and I never did, and I never did, and I never did. And then I've kind of determined over this almost a year of this channel that my full face videos don't do that well. So I kind of was like, Bianca, let's just pull them out and start using them. So I have this one. It's really pretty, very colorful, very me. Like this side is all neutral, and then this side is all colorful. I love that. You can have, you can take well, it's not really great for traveling, but it's a all-in-one palette for colorful looks, neutral looks, all in one. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna start using it more. Then the Nubian 2, I don't feel like I use this one as much, and if I have, I don't know if I need both. I think I originally bought the Nubian 2. This is the Masquerade. So I bought the Nubian 2 because I saw this really pretty green shadow and I just fell in love with it. But after doing more of my channel, I have been able to find other greens that I really love, and this one is just not getting as much love. I don't get to play with it. I would rather use this one than this one. So I am going to declutter Juvia's Place. One declutter, finally. This one, my sister gave it to me, and it is exactly like the cover looks like. It is pretty much all greens. No, not all greens. It's only 4 greens. But I just can't see. Let's see. I didn't really want to do a bunch of swatching. We're going to think about this one. This one's on the chopping block because I've kind of decided I don't really like green on my eyes very much, but these are kind of blue-green. So it would just be these two, and then those are oranges. So, I mean, on the chopping block. 2 on the chopping block. And then here, this is another Juvia's Place, and apparently I think it is a collaboration with Fumi. And this one has the most stunning purple and red and pink. This one's so pretty. I love it. So I am going to keep that one as well. But hopefully I can declutter more so that I have the opportunity to use these more. I feel like this is a really pretty Valentine's Day palette. So I'm going to use this during Valentine's Day. Danessa Myricks. This was my #1 palette of 2021. So you cannot pry this out of my cold dead fingers. Then Urban Decay. We have a couple of the Naked palettes, a Stone Vibed, and this Kristen Leanne palette. This Kristen Leanne palette, I feel like it's kind of more of it's pretty dirty. This is one of my older palettes, and I feel like I kind of want to put this in a memory box somewhere rather than declutter it, because my husband actually bought this for me, and he doesn't buy me a lot of palettes. So I feel like this one, I don't really want to put it on my face. I just want to memory box it. So it's either memory boxed or throw away because it's old. It's got to be like 6 years old. So that's where that is going. Memory box or throw away. So that I'm counting as a declutter. Okay, then we have these. Let's go. This was my very first Urban Decay palette. My husband also bought this for me, and it is the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I did get quite a lot of use out of this. It was really pretty for my green eyes, and this is another memory box. I never thought I would do memory box makeup because I was like, oh, you don't need to remember it, but when you can't find them again, you can't buy them again, it actually is totally a thing to have memory box makeup. So we are decluttering this, but it's going in a memory box. We have the other 3 Naked palettes. This one is stunning. I love purple. I love purple on my eyes, and I have only used this a couple times, and I would like to use it more, so I love this one, keeping this one. These two, the Naked Cherry and the Naked Honey, I have not given these enough time to play with because I have so many other palettes, but the only times I used them, I didn't like them. I have heard raving reviews about this one, that this is just the most beautiful gold palette you could ever imagine. And I used it and I just felt like I looked sallow, like it made me look yellow. So I didn't like it, and that is going in the declutter pile. Then Naked Cherry. I got this for half off for Christmas, and I thought it was so pretty. It was just absolutely stunning for my green eyes, to counterbalance my green eyes. And they were just chalky. The colors were chalky, and it was not a smooth application. And I kind of thought, you know, I didn't want to get the Natasha Denona Retro palette because I had this palette. But every time I use this palette, which is not very many times, I was disappointed with the looks because it just was chalky, and I had to dig into the mask to get any color to show up. So maybe I got it done. I don't know, but I didn't like this one as much. Although I think my sister loves this one. So yeah, it's gonna go to a better home. I'm decluttering that one. And then Urban Decay Stone Vibes. I absolutely love this one. It is stunning. Every time, these 8 shades here are like duochrome, and then you have 4 matte shades so that you can build with it. You can build like a transitional shade with those, and then even some depth with these 2 shades here, and then you get a pretty inner corner. I absolutely love this palette. Absolutely love it. Not going anywhere. Okay. I have the 2 of the Norvita palettes. I have this one, which is, I believe it's 5. I want to call it 6 for some reason. I have no idea why. And this is like the perfect purple palette that you could ever want and ever hope and ever dream for. And it's not going any, I can't get rid of that mirror. It's just huge, and I can't make it so you can't see it. I'm not getting rid of that one. I love that one. Okay, then I have this Norvina. It's Norvina 1, I believe. And I got this in BoxyCharm Premium. And I have not really got to play with this one. It is really very pretty. I've heard that the Norvina palettes, the beginning Norvina palettes were not as good, but I haven't really used it. You know what? I'm actually seeing that this palette and this palette both have a pretty pink and a pretty red and a pretty purple. So I don't feel like I need to, and this color is exactly like that color. I don't feel like I need to keep both of those because I have this one. So I am gonna declutter this one. Yay! I'm making some progress, so I am going to keep this one, though. This is why I'm going through this. I'm going through my collection to see what I already have and don't need to keep. More Anastasia. I have 4 of the 14-pan palettes, and I've just been kind of collecting these recently because I have been late on the game on these. These all came out, and people went crazy for them, and my head was in books or something. I wasn't paying attention to new releases of makeup. And now that I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so exciting. But all of these I was able to get for at least almost 50% off. Because this one I got for $25 and they're regularly $45. And so $20 off. I got all of them for at least $20 off. This one, and this one I got for 50% off, and this one was only $20 off because I got it at Ross. So this one is a beautiful, you know, I've heard that this one actually, this is the subculture, that this one did really bad in reviews. Like the quality of the shadows was really poor, but I used it a couple of times this fall because it's a beautiful fall palette, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was gorgeous. And then this Norvina, I mean, purple? Do I need another purple palette? No! But you can't get me to stop having purple palettes because I love purple. This is the Jackie Aina palette. I just picked this one up. I haven't even used this one yet. I picked it up during a Black Friday sale. Or, no, I think it was a Cyber Monday sale. Anyways, haven't even touched it yet. And this is why I'm doing this, so that I can use these ones that are new to my collection. So this is definitely going to be used. It's beautiful. I love this range of colors, and even this like green gold kind of color, and this beautiful like garnet. Ooh, pretty. So excited. Then I have the Amrezy, which I wish that I could get the Amrezy highlighter. Oh, I just hear people rave about how great it is, and I never got to have it. So, I love that you open this one up and my eyes just go straight to this blue. It is absolutely stunning, like cerulean blue, gorgeous. And then after you get done looking at the gorgeous cerulean blue, then you go, oh, look at that pretty pink. And then there's a really pretty pink, and there's a gold. Like, it really has very, like, you have some neutral colors over here, but then you have some bright ones. Oh, I really like that one. So keeping those, and as long as I feel like I'm making sure to buy these at a discount, then I'm okay. As long as I don't buy them at the full $45 price. Then we have some Natasha Denona. I have a lot more mini palettes of Natasha Denona, but we're not doing the mini palettes today. We're just doing the, this is a midi, and this is, I don't even know what it's called. Is it just a full size? I don't know. This is the midi, and it's a Love palette, and I got this for half off. Ooh, I don't think it was quite half off. I think it was like 40% off on Beautylish. And then later it was half off on Sephora, but I had already got it on Beautylish, which is fine. It's only a couple bucks, as long as I still got 40% off. I didn't pay full price. I'm okay with that. And here's the Natasha Denona Lila palette, Lila palette. And I got this for Christmas, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I used it once or twice now already. Absolutely loved it. Love the colors. So keeping those. Then we have Pat McGrath. Okay, I have a story. Not really. This was my first Pat McGrath palette, and it is the Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. It was the 2020 holiday palette, and I got it in spring of 2021, and I have just absolutely enjoyed every moment playing with it. It has the colors that I enjoy most. It has purples and golds, and it makes me happy. I enjoy playing with this one so much. It is one of my favorite palettes of all time. And the color lasts, the saturation and the color lasting, it lasts all day through an entire work day. So I got this one this year as well. And I pulled it out, and I was trying to think of a look to do with this. And I sat for like 10 minutes trying to come up with the look. And I did finally come up with a look, and it ended up being really, really pretty. It was with this deep brown here and this like opal-y kind of purple, and I ended up liking it, and the color lasted all day, 10 hours after I went to work for 8 and drove for 2. It was amazing how long the quality of these shadows are just amazing. But I have to admit, I like this one so much better. The depth, I like to get depth on an eyeshadow. I like that these can go like really dark in my outer corners, whereas this, there isn't just like, you have this color and this color for depth. Everything else is kind of bright. They're all really kind of bright, like spring shades. I guess this too, but I don't feel like that's a color that I wear very often. So I'm gonna have to, I was thinking maybe even like of Poshmarking this, and then I was like, no, Bianca. After I came home and the color was still on for all day, I was like, no, this is such a high quality. I just have to get more creative. So I think I am going to keep this one. I definitely like this one more, but I have to be more creative, and this is making me have to step out of my box. Definitely. And then here is my only Pat McGrath Mothership palette, and you know, everybody raves about this palette. It is the Utopian Dreams palette, and you know, I have used this one, and I've used this one several times to try to get it to work, because people rave about this palette. It was $125. I did get a discount because I waited for a sale, and I got it in a bundle, but I don't think it's worth $125. I know that people just rave about these special shades, and because they are very glittery, but they get glitter everywhere. And it was my first experience with a Mothership palette, and I am still trying to make it work. I still am. I am going to continue to make it work because I spent a pretty penny on it, but I like these better. I like these better. And these were $78, and this was $125. And these have like double the amount of shades that this has. So I would buy this one every single year, and I don't know if I'll ever buy another Mothership unless it's like half off, which actually there was one that was half off this holiday season, and I almost purchased it, but I didn't have any money in the budget, so I didn't. Okay, I have 34 palettes here again. I think that's crazy that I had 34 and 34. So I have 68 palettes. Big palettes. You know what? I thought I had more, so I'm pretty okay with that. Like, I didn't have over 100, so, well, with my little palettes I do. Okay, so these two from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I just got during a Cyber Monday sale, and they're empty. They are empty palettes for one day to have single shadow. So I'm going to keep those because they were only $5, which $5 for this big of an empty palette. I was like, yes, thank you, ma'am. And this is also an empty palette. This one I got on Amazon. This one's a little bit dirtier, but so these three are staying. I don't know if they even count because they don't have, I wanted to show them to you to show you like I have plans to fill future palettes, but, they don't really even count towards anything because they're nothing. They're just empty. So let's not count them towards even, like I counted them in the 34, but they don't have makeup in them, so they don't count. But I wanted to show you. This one I am counting. It is an empty palette, but I have things in it. So these are, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These 8 right here are my Terra Moons eyeshadows that I got and just did a video of. This, I was going through some of my makeup and I found a single, and this is a single from Colourpop. It is Bump This Matte. I don't know. And some of these are like, I had a Lime Crime palette, and it broke. And so some of these are from a Lime Crime palette. Some of these are just singles that I got in like BoxyCharm. So this, I will count this palette because there is eyeshadow in it. But I'm definitely not going to be throwing that away because, or decluttering it, because it is full of things that I am keeping. I don't have all, as you can see, I don't have a lot of single shadows. I made a single shadow palette during the fall time with, like by kind of breaking some of these palettes in and making my own fall palette. But I put all of those back. I like glued some of them back in. So we're keeping that. Okay, now let's get to the real palettes again. Here we have, I got this during Christmas time. It is the I Heart Revolution e.l.f. palette. I am a cotton-headed ninny muggins, and I think it is so cute. I used it a couple of times, and it was adorable. I think it's even like good enough that there are some pastel shades, and there are some shades that I can, like this could be a year-round palette. There's some summery shades, and I don't actually think there's that many good like Christmas shades in here. But you could make it work. There's like a red in here, and there's some deeper tones for Christmas, and then there's some like wintry kind of shades. I thought that this was so much fun, and I like having kind of Elf is my favorite Christmas movie, and I like having this. I just like having it. It makes me happy seeing it, and so I'm gonna keep it because it makes me happy. Okay, so then I have 2 Violet Voss palettes. This one I did get for free from Influencer with a, honest review. And honestly, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It to me, an eyeshadow palette, I do love when the colors are not chalky, obviously. But for me, because I work 8 hours and I drive an hour in and an hour back, and I don't want to touch up my makeup while I'm at work. I like for an eyeshadow palette to, I like my eyeshadow to last. So when I put on my eyeshadow and then work an entire day, because I don't really look in the mirror that much during the day. I am just staring at a computer pretty much all day. And then I come home and I see that my eyeshadow is still on and still looks on point. That is when I'm like, that is a good eyeshadow. And that was this. This pigment of this Violet Voss eyeshadow palette was amazing, and it stayed on all day, and I would rate this well whether I got it for free or not. So I really like this one, and I liked that I was able to get, like with these I was able to get a neutral look, and then I also got a more colorful look. So I really like this for like a rainbow palette. It's nice to have. Then I got this Violet Voss all of you forever from a BoxyCharm, and I've heard bad things about the quality from other content creators, and I have decided that I don't really love green on my eyes because they do not contrast with my green eyes, and I feel like it just looks blah. So I am going to declutter this one because I've never used it, so it's brand new still. I'm able to declutter this. And I didn't mention this yet, and I should have mentioned it earlier because I'm really good at this YouTube thing, but with this declutter, I am going to have some of these palettes go to friends and family, and some of them I am going to be starting a Poshmark, and like the really new ones, like this one's new, the new and barely used ones I can put on a Poshmark and hopefully get some money back so I can put more money into this channel. And so, and then ones that are, I already talked about old, that would go in my memory bin, but you know, so none of these are going in the trash. We are going to friends and family or a Poshmark. Okay, that's all. So this is going to the declutter bin, which then I will decide where they go after that. Decluttered. Okay, so I just got both of these two palettes from Melt Cosmetics. I got them in a mystery bag, and this one's blue and this one's pink, and they're stunning and I love them, and they're basically very unique to my collection. I don't have a very bright blue palette like this or a very pink palette like this. Love them, keeping them. And I just got them, so I'm definitely keeping them. I have two Too Faced palettes. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I was wanting to get this so bad. I didn't get this when it came out, and then I wanted to get it after it came out, but it was nowhere to be seen because it's a themed seasonal palette. And so I was trying to get it in when I started this channel, which was in like February of 2021, and it was nowhere. Obviously, it had been sold in the holiday season of 2020, and so I couldn't get it anywhere. But then I got it from the cosmetic company store for $10, and it was such a steal, and I love it, and it's beautiful. So I'm gonna be keeping this because I wanted it so bad. Then I got this Pretty Rich by Too Faced, and I got this for $15 from Sephora, and it is really pretty. I was like, oh, $15 for a pretty Too Faced palette? And I've heard that there is actually different quality in the different kinds of packaging that Too Faced has, that these aluminum ones are much better quality than any of the cardboard ones, but you know, it was $15. So I am going to put this one on the chopping block because I've only used it a couple times, and I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters, but this is such a really pretty, like, color combination, a pretty color story. So I am going to put this on the chopping block. And I only have 3 on the chopping block right now, so that's good. That means that they're ones that I'm going to use and see if I like. And if I don't like them, they will get decluttered. Okay, so these two are my Persona Cosmetics palettes. I got the Identity 1 palette from Ulta, the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I loved this palette. I loved it. I've used it, and it's absolutely stunning. I love that it can be a little bit warm, but also a little bit cool with this purple, and the shimmers are just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I think it's beautiful. So then, because I love that one so much, I was like, well, I want the Identity 2. These are $38 palettes, I think, which is not horrible, but not cheap by any means. And so I was lucky enough to get this palette from a BoxyCharm add-ons sale, and I am so glad to have it, but I have never used it. So I'm really excited and I want to use it, but I haven't. And look at this, is like St. Patrick's Day. Can you just see that? That's beautiful. And so I'm hoping that by getting rid of some palettes, and if I do better than I'm doing, oh my gosh, I'm not doing very well, am I? Well, by getting rid of some of these palettes, I will be able to pull out these more and use them. Okay, hopefully I'll get rid of more of these. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be more cutthroat. Be more cutthroat, Bianca. Do it. Okay, here's an Aflano. My sister gave me this palette because she played She-Hulk for Halloween, and I used it for St. Patrick's Day. I was thinking about keeping this palette because it's an all green palette. If I wanted to get a green look, I have green shadows. Like this Persona one has a really pretty, oops, not that one. This Persona has a really pretty green in there. And so I don't think I need to keep this. I only pull it out during St. Patrick's Day, and I have other palettes for green St. Patrick's Day looks. Actually, that yellow is really nice, but do I have some other pretty yellows? No. No. See, that's why you do this. You see if you have other pretty yellows. No. I might keep it just for the yellow, because I was planning on doing a yellow look at one point. No. Ooh, I know. Okay. I was thinking for yellow would be Juvia's place. So let's see. Do they have good yellow? No! No yellow. Oh my gosh, yellow is so rare. Why don't I have good yellows? No. Oh no. Okay, and here's Narvina. There's one yellow, but it's not this bright. It's not this bright. I like to do like, when I do a summer look, I'll do like a pink and a yellow. And look at, it's super chalky. But it's a yellow. It's not the best quality. I'm going to go with that, say that. But it is my best yellow that I have. Wait. Maybe this one? Okay, I did it, guys. I did it. I found a yellow. Okay, there it is. And the cotton-headed Ninny Muggins. I found a yellow. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Decluttering. Whew. That was scary. Okay, this is Dominique Cosmetics. Celestial Storm. I was able to pick this up during an Ipsy sale. And I remember, I'm dropping things. I remember seeing this palette and just being absolutely stunned by this color story. It was so pretty. I love these colors. But do I actually love them on my eyes? I don't know. I haven't used it very often. And I actually pulled this one out during my making the fall palette and I broke it a little bit, which I'm annoyed at myself for. So this one is going to go on the chopping block. I want to use it or get rid of it. Okay. Illamasqua. This is a chopping block as well. Because I got this in either Ipsy or Boxy. And I do love that it is half and half. It's half shimmers, half mattes. And I love that it is that you can make a really neutral everyday look. But I have this Nudie Patootie, which I got from Laura Lee, and I feel like, look at them. I feel like they are very, very similar. So, you know what, let's just keep one of them. I'm not and I have this Patrick Ta one. I'm not much of a nude eyeshadow kind of person. It's not really my forte. So when I am doing my makeup, I don't need a ton of nude eyeshadow palettes. And so let's get rid of, Illamasqua is going on the chopping block. That was it. These are both going on the chopping block. So one of these is getting rid of. I am going to eventually get rid of one of them. Maybe I should have known beforehand. But one of these I'm getting rid of. So let's count. Can I count that I'm getting rid of one of them? Can I count that? I'm going to count it. So I'm getting rid of one of them. For right now, I don't know which one it is, but they're both going on the chopping block. Okay, and I'm keeping Patrick Ta, and I'm keeping Thrive. I was hoping to get rid of more. Okay, Candy Skies. I just picked out this one for Christmas, and I really like for Christmas or Black Friday. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It is very springy, so I haven't used it yet because I'm planning on using it more in the spring, but I really like that. It's staying with me. Okay, this one. This is Moods by Laura Sanchez. I got this in a subscription box. It was maybe FabFitFun, maybe BoxyCharm, maybe Ipsy. I can't remember. But it has two highlighters. It used to have a pretty green there, but I accidentally broke it when doing my fall eyeshadow palette. So it's not as cool as it used to be anymore. But I've always had a problem with this color story because I really loved this green and I really loved this purple, but I feel like I couldn't make a story with, yeah, I've had it and I haven't used it and it's going. Getting rid of it. Okay, then Nabla, Dreamy 2. I keep telling myself I'm going to use this and then I'm going to like it, and I haven't. I haven't used it, and it's going on the chopping block. Man, I have more chopping blocks than I meant to. Bianca, get rid of some freaking palettes. Okay, another Violet Voss. I should have put it with the other Violet Vosses. This one is going in the declutter. I already know. It's a rainbow palette. I already have a rainbow palette from Violet Voss. This was an orange color, I believe. It's terracotta. And I tried to pull it out for the fall palette that I made, and I couldn't. It broke. I dropped my palette when I accidentally, the one that I made, I dropped it and I destroyed everything. It was a problem. So this is going, this will go to friends or family who hopefully don't mind that it's missing an orange. Okay, I am getting rid of more than I thought I would. Okay, I had these 2 palettes that I got from BoxyCharm and Ipsy. And I remember being, I sat and thought about both of them for a really long time because they're very similar color stories. And I was like, oh, I don't need both of them. I only need to keep one. Which one should I keep? And you know what? Now that I'm doing this declutter, I'm just going to declutter both of them. What do you think? I think it's a good idea, Bianca. But I think that these 2 can go to, you know, a nice home because I haven't used them yet. There's ones that I've used before and ones that are brand spanking new. And these are brand spanking new. I've never used them. I have opened them to look at the colors, but I have not used them. So they can go in like a giveaway to you guys one day, or they can go on my Poshmark when I get it. I am going to declutter these. Both of them. Both of them! Okay. Now, I'm just all over the place. Enchanted Sigma. Sigma Enchanted Palette. Oh, some of these colors got destroyed when I dropped that fall palette that I created. I'm putting this on the chopping block. Man, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go through the chopping block again and see if there's ones that I'm going to get rid of. This is going on the chopping block. Okay, man. Okay, Ofra. I made my second or third video on YouTube with this palette and have not used it since. Chopping block. This one, brand new in the plastic. I've never opened it because it's a rainbow palette, and I put this in my giveaway pile. But I wanted to show you guys kind of what I had and what my eyeshadow palette situation was and why this is in my giveaway pile. This is in my giveaway pile because you saw I had, what did I say? 34 plus 34, 68 eyeshadow palettes minus the 3 empty palettes, whatever. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I don't need this one. I've never opened it, so this is going in either a future giveaway or Poshmark. Okay, guess what? We have 5 left. I just got this beauty for Christmas. My brother-in-law's girlfriend gave it to me because she knows that I love makeup and she knows that I love mermaids. What? I saw it and I was like, this is the best thing in the world. It's from Tarte. And I actually saw this palette come out and I didn't think I could still purchase it. So I don't even know where she got it from because it was new in the box and it is just absolutely stunning. Look at the little, the scales. Oh my gosh, I love it. I think it's gorgeous and I'm excited to use it. And I think this will be one that'll go in a memory box because it's just so pretty, like in 10 years from now. I will keep this one forever. So pretty. It is a little bit bulky, but that's okay because it's so pretty. Worth it. Okay, then I just picked this one up. This is the Batty Bean and Shroud. It's Freaking Bats palette. I ordered this before Halloween, but it didn't get to me until after Halloween. But look at this color story. It is so unique. So unique. Yes, there's a lot of green, and I don't know how much I love greens, but I am willing to try this color story. I feel like I'm going to be doing some, I'm going to watch other people's tutorials on this one to just get a feel for how to use this fun color story. So I am so excited to try that one. That one's keeping with me. I just put this PYT palette in. I just did a Ross video, like a Ross haul, and I just got this one in that. So I haven't used it because I just opened it. And I really love it because it's like a face palette. And normally I don't like face palettes, but this is like a eyeshadow and face palette. So this is a highlighter, this can be a bronzer and a blush, and then this is like a transition color, and these are for your eyes. I really like that. I'm going to use that. Okay, so then we have this one is from IBY, and I picked this one up from Ipsy, and I have gotten a couple of IBY shadows from Ipsy, just single shadows, and every single one of them has been so creamy, so soft, applies just beautifully. So I saw this one and I loved these like bright colors, and I love this decoration of the pool. It just screams summertime and happiness, and I love that it has some depth, and then it also has some inner corner colors. I love this. I think it's great, and I love the IBY formula. Then I have from Aether Beauty, oops, that almost went under my bed. This eyeshadow palette, it is the, what is this called? Okay, I believe this was the Moonlight palette. And I got this one from my Ipsy X with Halsey, and it is gorgeous. It is stunning, and I love it. I love that these like jewel tone colors, oh, so pretty. I love to put them on my eyes, and I love to just be happy with it. So I am going to keep that. Okay, let's go through the chopping block palette again. All right, I'm stretching out my feet. You're getting to see some really fun views of me. So I am going to keep these two on the chopping block because I want to use these and compare them and see which one, the Illamasqua and the Nudie Patootie, because I only want to keep one. The color story is so similar that I don't feel like, I'm just going to see which one lasts longer throughout the day and which one looks better on my eyes. So I am going to get rid of one, but I don't know which one yet. So that's where I'm on that. For the Too Faced Pretty Rich, I have decided to declutter that one. I just don't think that I need it. I don't think that if I've not used it yet. Okay, here it is. Here it is. This is what it is. I feel like these have similar color stories, right? Look at that. That's it. And I feel like I only need to keep one of these. And I'm going to keep Nabla and declutter Too Faced. There it is. Okay, so now I am going to declutter this one. I feel like it is very similar to, actually I said how unique this one was in my collection. Well, it's kind of similar to this one. It has some bright green colors. This is the Batty Bean, and it has some blue colors in it. So that is what I was saying was kind of different. I'm going to declutter that. Oh, I'm glad I'm getting rid of some of my chopping block ones. Like I'm still actually decluttering things. Okay. I would like to keep this on the chopping block. I would like to use it a couple more times. The reason I didn't love it is because these are more topper glitters rather than actual like glitters. They didn't make a lot of like impact. They were just toppers, but I am going to, and I don't know, I might end up just having to throw that one away because I don't know if you guys can tell how broken it is. Well, that was my fault. I dropped it. So that one is staying on the chopping block. Okay, then these three. Chopping block. Chopping block. Declutter. Okay, look. Okay, so then I have 5 chopping block palettes. I think that that's good. These palettes I'm going to rotate in my collection for this next month or 2 or 3 or whatever and really just test these out. I know, like, I have that whole collection that is now sitting over there of palettes that I like and I've used, and now I have kind of waded through those and seen, okay, these are the ones I need to really determine whether I'm going to keep or not. So now I am going to be able to help myself make a decision with some of these palettes and not just have so much in my way. Okay, here, these are the eyeshadow palettes I'm decluttering. I'm decluttering 14 eyeshadow palettes. So if you think about it, I am a small YouTube channel. I am not a huge YouTube channel who has, you know, dozens of Alex 9 drawers full of makeup. So decluttering 14 eyeshadow palettes is a lot for me. For me, that's a lot. I paid my own money for, my sister actually gave me this one and this one. So not for these two. But I paid my own money for these palettes. And if I'm not enjoying them, why am I still using them? So, or why are they cluttering up my makeup situation? So yeah, it's not a ginormous declutter, but for me, it's a pretty big declutter. And since I've discovered this, like, I'm not a huge fan of green on my eyes, I was able to declutter 3 kind of green palettes. So I feel like that's a good thing. This one, and this one, and this one, these 4, the All of You Forever, Real Her Dream So Big, Cheyenne B, Miami Nights, and the OPV Beauty Spotlight palette. Those are brand new, and so those can go into either a giveaway or a Poshmark, which is nice. Whereas these ones are going to be given to friends or family. And then I do still have these two. So total of 16 that we're getting out of my collection. So these two will not be thrown away. They will not be given to anyone because they are, this one might be 8 years old and this is 6 years old. So these are very, very, very old palettes. These are going to be kept just for memories. So 16 palettes are gone from my makeup collection, which I think is pretty good. Pretty good. And then I'm keeping, let me show you. Weird. My last video got deleted. That's never happened before. There's a first for everything. Okay, so I have a picture that I can show you and some voiceover that I can do. But here are the last of the palettes that I am keeping, with a total of 16 decluttered and 3 that were just empty palettes. That leaves me with an end result of 49 palettes in my collection. I do have 5 that are on the chopping block, and as of this moment in time, I actually have already, it's been like 8 days since I made this video, and I have already decided to declutter 2 of them. I decided to declutter the Sigma Enchanted palette and the Illamasqua palette, because the Sigma Enchanted palette, I wore it again 2 more times and just don't like the look that I come up with. And that just is not a good sign. And then the Illamasqua palette, I just I wasn't impressed. Was not impressed. I'm decluttering 2 more. So then if we declutter those 2, we now have a total of 47 eyeshadow palettes in my collection. Okay, well, if you liked this video, consider subscribing to my channel and giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to have reminders about my videos, push the bell. And remember, most importantly, to be nice to yourself because you're amazing. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.